Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? So, basically, we're gonna get into the topic, right, of kind of like what familiars did I end up starting with? Um, Essentially, right, when it comes to familiars in this game, obviously, it's still kind of new, but most of us at this point have probably heard about it. When I started out, I ended up basically going down the route of getting this familiar and also to right and Evil Weevil. Those were like the three familiars I had for like a good long chunk of time. And then I worked my way over and eventually I got the Harpy and then I got Totemist. And those were pretty much my Pack 2 familiars for quite some time. Eventually, I worked my way to getting a Boulder. I was pretty happy once I got Boulder. And then eventually, because I went from Boulder on up to the Pack 3 monsters. And again, mind you, when I started, I was pretty much chunking away at Pack 1 and Pack 2 pretty quickly because I already had all the gems and speeds needed to basically push through the research in a really short period of time. But for a lot of you guys, when you're starting out, that probably not isn't going to hold up. Essentially, as soon as I went from Pack 2, I went straight to Pack 3. And as soon as I went to Pack 3, I maxed out Trickstar, and then I maxed out the Gremlin, and then I maxed out Mole Shaman. Now you can see that the leveling has kind of gone in the opposite. So I went and got Trickstar upgraded. I got him to 50, stopped, went to Mole Shaman, and then I got Mole Shaman for some reason to 60 almost. And I'm almost there, really. I could do it in a snap of my fingers. But now I'm going over to Magus, and I'm trying to get Magus up to level 50, and then we'll essentially get access to his support skill. And we'll just go to the next familiar and rinse repeat. Now, part of the reason why I went this strategy, and a lot of people ask me from time to time, is why the hell do you have all gems right now? Like, what are you doing? All right, so to begin with, all right, what I did is I essentially, I guess in some sense, when I started out, I had 3 spires, the rest springs, and only 1 gem. All right, and essentially what I did is the goal was basically to spam as many packs as possible. So I would go out, get tons of resources. Currently I've got the million plus resource, per type method here. So I'm getting about 20 million a day, right? And I basically waited for those events to show up where you could spam your merging cost at a cheaper reduction cost, essentially. And it allowed me to basically print a ton of packs. And by doing that, I essentially got all of the necessary runes. Mind you, it's about 120 to get most of them to Elder. So I basically spammed runes until I had enough that I could say, okay, this guy can now go to Elder, and then I proceeded onto my path, right? And so now, because I've got all my Pack 3 monsters for the most part, all of the runes, obviously there are some exceptions, but for the most part, I've already got most of their packs all completed. So all I have to do now is just really go through here and go up and make them to 60, and pretty much rinse repeat. Because at this point, it's all about progression as quick as possible. And so for me, because I'm at Pack 3 and I haven't hit Pack 4 yet, I'm trying to maximize the speed at which I finish these familiars. And that's really kind of the aim that I'm going for right now. Because I recognize that the person that has these particular familiars up to 60 sooner is going to be substantially better in the game. I don't know if you guys agree with me on that, but I mean, from what I can tell, that seems to be the going strategy. At least that's how I'm going about it. Of course, that's just what I know about familiars, and really just kind of how I'm going about it right now. Obviously, if you guys already want to kind of dive into what familiars are probably most useful, I mean, I'm going to say right now that getting Trickstar is really nice. I mean, I've been getting 10,000. I've been getting 1,000 at times. So when it says random, it literally means random. I've been getting 5Ks from the VIP point items. So, I mean, don't take that like it's always going to be tiny. It's actually a sizable amount. However, the fragments, 9 times out of 10, it's always 5. Okay, so don't take this very seriously, but it's still fragments and it's still good. Now, Gather Round is like my favorite ability of all time because I can basically make 4 million resources of, so it's really useful when you're hypering. So I really recommend getting that. Most importantly, and I'm really falling behind on this, is, familiars like Bonehead, you can get yourself Coliseum entries. That's super powerful. Getting Sorcerer's Transmutation ability is super powerful right now because you're basically converting that stuff to gems, guys. That's a big deal. And again, Boulder and Magus for about the same reason. It's like if you don't have an incredibly active guild, it's super helpful to be able to actually pop an ability like that so that you basically don't have to wait. But I hope you guys at least find that somewhat useful, at least what I have to say on the subject. Obviously, I've been basically yoinking the hell out of the benefits of the familiars ever since they've been released. And frankly, between all of the familiars listed in here, I know some of you guys out there are probably big into this guy. And I honestly like this guy, not so much for his Tier 1 ability, but more for this. Because regain speed it's a noticeable trait, and having that upgraded is going to be incredibly helpful. But needless to say, I mean, if you guys want any more tips on familiars, just ask me in the comment section below, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions you guys have in the comment section on this topic. Of course, I've made plenty of videos in the past about the familiars, so if you want to know more about them, you can always go back and look. But of course, I hope this video was somewhat informative for you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. See you guys next time.